Hi Paul, my name is Terry and I'm from Mississauga, Ontario. We're just outside of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I own a small construction company that we primarily deal with insurance restoration work. And I want to make a short video for you today to thank you for how much of an impact your lean presentations have been on me recently. I stumbled upon you through Ron Polk, was interviewing Brian Way as he was on his way to your Lean Summit, and I sort of found my way over to your presentations, and they have profoundly affected me quite significantly, and I would have to say I'm now a lean fanatic. Some of the things that I've done recently, as you can see behind me, this is my tool workshop area. I'm getting kind of new to the selfie stick thing, but we were very disorganized before, and I've now put all of our tools that we use onto these gorilla racks here. And I also built a shadow board here and I got most of the things that we sort of need readily available to us up on the board, and I found the white piece of MDF actually was out behind a cabinet shop behind us that they were throwing out. I guess it was a mistake from one of their projects. So I just French pleated it onto the wall, and I've started to put tools on there. I haven't outlined them yet because I'm not quite done organizing it completely. But prior to that, and I'll swing around a little bit here, all of my stuff was onto this rack here, and it was very disorganized. We couldn't get at anything. We do different things every day. Some days we're installing flooring, some days we're doing trim, sometimes we're doing different tasks, and no 2 days seem to be alike. So you'd have to come in the morning, and now we've got it where everything is in one spot. You can make sure that you collect what you need for tools so that you're ready for the day. Everything has been labeled. I'll come in close here if I can. So on the side of that box it says what's in that particular box. I'm also a big fan of the sustainers. I've amassed quite a few of those. I found that those seem to be the best for getting the stuff into the back seats of pickup trucks. Because we are in Toronto, we're in a very congested area, and vans and trailers and that kind of thing are just extremely difficult to maneuver around. So pickup truck seems to be what we're at, and the more you can get into the back seat of a pickup truck relatively organized is it certainly helps with making the day less frustrating. There's my shop saw, which is in desperate need of one of your fences, but we'll get to that when the Canadian dollar sort of gets back up to par. It's some problems with that. Here's another little improvement I made this last weekend. My son and I came in and we actually made this peg board like thing for all of the shovels and brooms. I actually just made it out of 2x4, and the pegs are actually just made out of all thread that we wrapped with yellow electrical tape. So thinking with our heads, not our wallets, as I think some of you would say. So anyway, I was going to take you on another little tour out here of other little things that we've done. Down here is a stack of drywall. Like I said, we do insurance restoration work, and we go into flooded basements quite often that either we or somebody else has cut all the drywall at 2 foot up, and so we're doing 2 foot up repairs. Anyway, this 32 sheets of drywall here, and I actually just took my Festool track saw and ran it down this stack here. I think I could do 4 sheets in one pass. And before, they would take a full sheet out to site and they'd struggle with getting it out, and they'd do the old score and snap, and it was a big huge fight. So now the guys will come in on Monday morning and they'll take this and they'll be able to get straight to work out on site. So the other thing I wanted to show you is my truck. We'll take a walk outside here. So this is my lovely F-250. I've had it for quite a number of years. So the one thing that I did want to show to you on this one, and I watched a video of you with your Porsche, and you were talking about an improvement you made with a garage door opener, that you put a piece of tape or something on the side of it. Anyway, this truck here has a center console, and when Ford made this thing, I don't know if I can get in here to show you well enough. Hang on, I'll pause. Okay, so when Ford made this thing, this bottom side of this, or the top side of the original console is rounded, and every time you went to go drive somewhere, all of these contents here would slide off, and they would go back down in behind the seats down there, and actually in between here. And I keep a lot of my receipts and paperwork for stuff that I buy every day, so I was having to dig down behind everywhere to get stuff out. So I actually just made this ledge out of a piece of scrap wood, and I took the put some wood screws through, and I used just regular 3/8 bolts to level the thing kind of flat. And I put a little wing on the back here. Actually, that I used 2P10, or a version of 2P10, just to glue that on there, because this was just kind of a prototype, and I'll do it better around the corners and finish it off better. But I've had this in here in the truck for a week. So here's the kicker to the story, is that I actually bought this truck brand new in January of 2002, and I didn't make this improvement until December 2015. So 13 years I struggled with this mess. So that's going to one-up you on your 5 years of dealing with your Porsche. Anyway, here's what I mean by us packing sustainers into the back of the truck. It's incredible how much equipment we need sometimes, and I can get it all in there. I've got all of my sustainers sort of organized, or labeled, I'm sorry, as to what they are, so that if I have a helper, I can tell them to go out to the vehicle and grab, I don't know, caulk and glue box, and they'll know what I'm talking about. So the other little improvement I wanted to show you was on the driver's side door. This side here's got some two map pockets, one on the top and one on the bottom. And I had these completely packed with stuff for years. And I actually made this little metal bar here for my tape measure to clip onto. So I've got my pull tape, of course, and I've got my my laser distance meter that I need when I'm going to estimate jobs. And I've got everything in here sort of yet. I need to do maybe a little bit better organization down there, but you know, that'll come. But I've thinned this all down to just essential things. I've got my old regular digital camera. You can see I made some little positive and negative marks on it so that I can load batteries quicker. Something I learned from you also. And then the only other thing is I've got my headphones here. This is my hands-free system. These are just Bose headphones that I put a piece of magnet there, and it just sticks on there. I know where they are every time I get in the truck, and every time I get out I make sure to remount them. I learned that actually from the Bose store display. And then down here I just decided that I'm going to thin down how many pencils and pens and everything I take every day. So actually right now I've got 2 pencils, but usually it's just supposed to be 1 pencil, 1 pen, and 1 Sharpie. And that's my little notebook. And some gum. It's supposed to be only 1 package of gum, but there's 2 there today. So I got to keep the rope typing on some of that. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how much improvement I've tried to make. I just keep garbage bags here handy. Always seem to know those. And this is actually just I keep my file box in a larger sustainer, and I have another sustainer underneath just marked office supplies. So if my pens do run out, I got more in there that I can get if I'm out in the field. So Paul, thanks for watching my video. And thank you very much also for all the hours and years of what you've put into your YouTube lean presentations. The American Innovator is an absolutely wonderful series to watch. It should be more like International Innovators, but that's okay. One day I will become a FastCap customer. However, right now the Canadian dollar is having some struggles, and it's sort of not cost effective for us to be shopping across border right now, but things will change. I would like to get a fast fence system for this shop saw, but we'll get there eventually. It's continuous improvements. The other improvements I made, I didn't show you in the video today, was at home. I've reorganized the kitchen. I park my truck differently in my driveway. I make my smoothie different in the morning. How we do laundry, it's been phenomenal. Just getting rid of your daily struggles seems to make life so much easier. Prior to this, I was probably starting work about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I probably wasn't ending until 10 o'clock at night. A lot of times I actually physically wouldn't get home until 7, 8 o'clock at night because I was out just fighting with the world, it seemed like. Now I'm getting home at 5 o'clock. I'm leaving 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm taking my son to school so that we have a few moments during the day. So it's those time-saving things that make my day less stressful. It makes everybody's day less stressful, and you can have more time to do other important things other than fight with the world. So anyway, thank you very much, and if you're ever in the Toronto area, please let me know, and you can come by and critique my shop if you want. I'm all for it, or we can just go stop and have a coffee or something. So thank you very much, and hope to talk to you soon.